Probably a comment I make here, basically just beware. I mean, with any of your glycosaminoglycans, so any of your shark cartilage type products, there is plenty of evidence to suggest that you should not give these to animals that are in rapid growth. Okay, they have ingredients that can affect blood supply growth. They can alter the timing of the growth rate closure. So I always say, look, if it's a young dog with hip or elbow problems, we're not going to rush into these gag supplements because you can stunt their growth and cause all sorts of problems. So, as I said, just a bit of a reminder there. Oh, there we go. Under 4 months, definitely not, and in fast-growing large breed dogs, I wait much longer. Must have been a promotion for my product, We're just going over old ground there. Yeah, so basically I mentioned the fact, refractory, old, I mean, you've got a 15-year-old dog who's riddled with arthritis and comes to see you. I'm comfortable using a non-steroidal in that situation to keep that dog comfortable. But I talk to the client about the fact that it's not quality, it's quality of life, not quantity of life. So, I mean, it's still important that if you've got an old dog and you can assess it and go, look, it's pretty lucky if it's got 6 to 12 months to go, you run some blood work, comfortable its kidneys and livers aren't packed up, I will use meloxicam or Metacam or Loxicam or any of the generics. But I do advise them that we're doing this for a very specific reason. This is about nurturing your old dog and making the time it's got left with some quality. There are probably better ways to do it, and I'm open to it. But yeah, I find that very old refractory cases where they've tried everything, that's time to jump in. But for me, these dogs are 15, 16, 17. When I get an 8-year-old dog, I do not go to the carprofen, the Rivotril or Loxicam. It's the last thing I want to be doing to that dog because I know I'm committing it because the owner thinks it's a cure. They just don't understand the negatives. Yep, older dogs with chiro. I mean, I must admit I've seen enough dogs with shocking fusion spondylosis. Last thing you want to do is go and adjust that dog. It's going to scream the house down because I've seen fractures. See that? That's a fracture of a spondylitic fusion there, and they are acutely painful. So, I know we've got an old guy up at Bendigo near me who does the greyhounds and he does the manipulating, and they'll go with their old dogs and he does the big and they come in the next day to me, the dog's screaming in pain, and it's kind of like, I wouldn't have suggested doing that to your old dog. So manipulation, you've just got to be comfortable that we don't have something like this going on in the back, because most manipulations are spinal. Of course, you can't do that with everything. Acupuncture, I still use it certainly. As I said, my main go-to, I mean, I would treat this dog with acupuncture because this dog's probably going to have neurological issues in its hind legs, CP deficits and all the rest of it. And I'd use electrostimulator on that one. I get really, really good results with electrostimulation for back, leg and spinal stuff. And again, as I said, this is really for lay people. Making sure with joint injuries, I mean, the most important thing is that they give immediate veterinary care. Don't muck around. I mean, if you had a dislocation or a really good fracture, it's so important to make sure that you get your orthopaedics right. I mean, I do a lot of orthopaedic surgery. I love surgery still. But I've realised the difference between bad surgery and good surgery is really important. If you can't do the job, better to refer it. But if you do it, particularly if it involves a joint, you've got to get it right. Otherwise, you just set that dog up for a lifetime of discomfort and treatment and pain. Something I do use a lot of is Traumil, basically. Traditional old vet, I can inject it. Clients love an injection. I mean, it's a bizarre thing, but it's absolutely true. As soon as you put something into an injection and put it into the dog, they're utterly convinced it's 10 times more effective. And that's just a stupid brain, but that's the reality, particularly of the equine clients that I work with. But I do a lot of intra-articular work with Traumil. Basically, into the joints, it works. It's an interleukin-1 blocker. So basically, in its effect, it can shut off the inflammatory enzymes in the joint. We get amazing performance restoration. Is the word I use. Most people want performance enhancement. It's like, no, it will restore your horse's performance. It will not make it better than it ever was going to be.
Isn't it easier to just put the little tablets into the food?
Yes, and I certainly sell a lot of tablets too, but I tell you what.
Zeal is actually
Yeah.
good as well.
And
Zeal
discus
is
for the back.
amazing. Yeah, Zeal is good.
So guys, I reckon we should call it quits there
Yes.
because you've all been very attentive and I've flown through that as much as I can. And if any of you want copies of this information, I can easily shoot them up to you so you can have the PowerPoints or whatever, just go through it at your own time. I know we fired through that pretty quickly.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
yeah, anyway. Oh, there's a box at the back there, guys. Feel free to take, actually, the booklets in those little bags have got everything I've talked about, all written up in a really nice format.
These are
Beautiful pictures of me and some supplements and
amazing
information.
handles that Bruce has sent up for us, so please take one.
Mm.
And I will hand those
Yeah,
out at
flick 'em
future
around.
IVM events for people who actually turn up.
Mhm.
So please take one, and take one for a friend.
How do you go about actually developing the product for marketing?
Well, I mean, I develop a product that I think is perfect, and then I look at it and I decide, do I think this is going to contravene the AQVMA code? And decide to change it based on, am I making a claim, or is it food, or is it a supplement? I suppose it's always about what's the end vision. You know, the first thing's got to be end vision. Is this a product that I want to, add to meat and make a balanced diet with? Well, I'll go in with that. If I wanted to treat arthritis, then I'll start listing down all of the things and see which ones can be fitted together into a supplement. I prefer in-feed. Everything I do pretty much is in-feed. I've got a few topicals, but I don't sell them. I just use them in practice. But pretty much everything is an in-feed supplement.
The reason I'm asking is the joint supplement I like mobility. I have horses and dogs on it, and amazing effects with it. And it's pretty much the supplement, the in-feed supplement that they ask for.
Yep.
But I'm
you go out and
thinking
sell
that
it?
should I go out and just, get
Well,
it
the
get it through
AQVMA,
AQVM?
the AQVMA at the moment, you may find if it contains only whole herb ingredients, then they've got a release clause on whole herb
Yeah, but it
products.
also contains glucosamine and MSM.
Yeah, it's a difficult one.
Yeah.
And
I don't think it would work.
My
so
joint
well.
formula, I can just let you know, 7 years, $120,000 to get that registered with the AQVMA. Got a lot of sales to justify that, and it's just, yeah. So, I mean, I did it, and I did it once, and I also looked back at it and said, I'll never do that again. As far as I'm concerned, my products are in-feed supplements.
So
There's no therapeutic, it has a therapeutic claim because we're allowed to, but that's the only one of my products that actually has any therapeutic claim at all. And in hindsight, I wouldn't have done it. Because now they're relaxing the laws. You'll probably find, if you look again, I'm pretty sure you'll find the glucosamine and MSM are probably now no longer listed. They've relaxed the whole registration system. Have a consultant look at it for you, is what I would advise.
Yeah, it does actually work, and I'm going, cool.
What do I do with it now?
What do I do? Yes.
I know you're paying.
I know, like I said,
Yeah.
the one for the gut, for the ulcer,
Yeah.
it's working off what horses that are rescue horses that have been used for the RDA in actually up in Darwin, who were looking rather flat and poor, and they're put on weight and they're doing really well.
Done what you want. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's the whole.
Yeah.
It's just
I think if they're whole herbs, you're pretty safe. You can put that out without having any registration. It's when you start blending that you've got to be careful. And it also comes down to what you say on the pack. At the end of the day, if you just call it digestive mix and don't make a therapeutic claim, you're pretty safe.
It's just digestive health.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Just you've got to look. There are certain claims you can make, and there's a list of what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say. Or you go under the banner of what they call the complementary something or other, and you say this product may be of assistance in certain situations. Blah, blah, blah.
That's
All right, guys, don't feel embarrassed to go. I know everyone's spent their Saturdays.
It's the well horse that you manage, not the old horse.
Yep, correct. Yeah. So it's a minefield. It's a minefield, and I have to say, anything I thought was the smartest thing I did was get an AQVMA consultant to advise me. Basically, they know the rules.
I think I need to sell a lot more of those to actually afford one of those.
Yeah, they're not too bad. I mean, if you only pay them by the hour, and if you just give them a formula and say, how will they go about registration? Does it need registration? Ask the first question. If it doesn't, what can I say? And they give you the information, and then you go, thanks. 2 hours work, thanks. I'll pay you for that.
Yeah, because that's it's a neat little formula.
No, I'd recommend you just go for it. Definitely. But as I said, it's changing. The target is changing so rapidly that you probably find it's changed in your favour quite dramatically as compared to what it used to be when I went through it.
Yes,